you want somebody to sit in the front?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, always.
Thank you. Oh, this is perfect.
He doesn't want me to sit up here.
He does.
Getting too many rejections today.
wait. Did they say
Guys, I can't. He's opening the back right now for me to go in.
Emma is too drunk. So is Shay by association.
Are you okay if I sit up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shay is by association.
yeah, no, it's always.
Rejected girls.
Everyone needs a seatbelt, otherwise I don't take it.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, no.
We will pop the seatbelt on because we love safety.
The first couple of years I did it, I usually let people get away with it.
But then you realize the importance.
We got five people, right? Like, is that okay?
Right.
And you
But
say,
some of the trips are really long,
Highly helpful.
and people will get really uncomfortable.
and you want to
because
be
it's
like the cool guy, you know, like yeah, sure, whatever. But like
early on,
then you think about it,
That
like,
was
wait,
what I have seen, so I was surprised.
It's
there's
just
all these things associated, like legal things associated with it. You're like,
Well,
wait,
that
I
too,
can't
yeah.
necessarily do that, you know?
that was always my go-to thing that I would say to people is like, you know, I can't if I get pulled over, you're not gonna pay my ticket, you know, like some people would actually,
make them.
some people gaslight me and say they would, and I'm
No,
like,
they wouldn't.
no, you wouldn't.
Hell no,
Like
they're
there's no
drunk.
way, like the ticket's gonna be made out to me. And they'll be like, "Oh man, sorry about that. I didn't really." That, you know,
How would that work? It would just
they're gonna be
be
like,
you, right?
"Sorry, man. Yeah, like I would have to pay
I
it."
feel like
It's my-
almost
it's my
like
call.
it should be that you're like the passengers thing. If they're like, but I get it, like
Well,
you're
no,
letting
'cause-
them into the car, but like still, you
Because
know?
you're not even supposed to have like that's just the law.
Right.
So the Uber expects a driver to follow the law.
Mhm.
So you're not supposed to
But
be
it's
the
so
cool person.
No, but that's
Like
It's
and-
hard to not be the cool person.
Yeah, but like I said, early on, I've done this for eight years now.
Okay, so
So-
you've got it.
Yeah, so early on, the first couple of years, I was in Chicago, and it would be like 5 people. I'm like, oh, well, you guys look pretty small, right? But then
Right.
there would be one person, and I'm like, oh shit, this is a 30-minute trip. You know, so it's like 30 minutes.
Right.
You don't think
Like
about
if it's
how
like
much.
a 5-minute trip, no worries. But 30 minutes, you're like
I've heard a
thinking
lot of.
about it, and you're like, oh.
They'll say like, oh man, I didn't realize how bony your ass was, or
That's
you know,
a
like,
classic.
or
I've gotten that one before.
yeah, like I hate to like, can we like scoot a little bit, and then the other person would scoot,
I'm just-
like
yeah,
every
no,
little thing, like
I've had that.
because I had multiple trips
And
early.
then every comment you hear, you're like,
And I'm
oh
like,
no,
you know what?
like what is
Well,
gonna happen?
Well, eventually I was just like, you know, I don't want to deal with any of that.
Right.
So I'm just, as long as it's 4, that's fine.
Like who cares, really, dude?
But you know, like,
they don't know you that well.
what do you mean?
Like
you mean-
the
Oh, who
passengers.
cares?
It's
Well,
like,
no, 'cause
who
it's-
cares if
well,
you're being strict? They don't really know you.
It's someone trying to save money, or there was someone that was invited that wasn't there at the beginning of the night.
Right, and then they
And-
add it on.
So they.
That's a common thing.
So
It's like
if
you
you
call an
guys-
Uber, you're planning on having people, and then all of a sudden they jump in, and you're like,
Someone's
oh,
like,
wait,
hey,
what?
can I go with you? You know, it's
No.
like, you know what I mean? And so that's usually the scenario, or
And
it's
then
like a
really
group of.
awkward for you.
Or it's a group of kids that are like 18 years old at a festival and they don't have any money. None of them have money in their account. So there's like 6
Is that
of them.
common?
Sometimes, yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like, you know, that's just what I kind of guess.
Are they
by it.
sober?
I do think
Well, I mean, I don't know. It happened a few times with the younger kids, you know,
Yeah,
but
I
it
always
seems
get curious if like, you know, the 18-year-olds at the festival, I'm like,
they're usually drinking or smoking or something, you know,
like
but-
obviously they have to Uber for some reason, right?
Yeah, I mean, they got to get an Uber, but like, there's just too many of them. Like, and it's probably because there's 3 and 3 or something, or 2 and
Yeah,
4,
that is always
and they
a hard
and they
thing.
can't afford 2 Ubers, so they
Right.
want to go together. And they're like,
usually
let's just try to scam the driver,
Right.
you know, like, and
And you think you can get away with it too, but they obviously don't.
well, they're all 18. They know everything. They're 18.
No,
so,
I'm talking about the driver. When you try to squeeze in that extra person in the back and you're like, I've done this, that's what I'm saying. Sitting on top of their lap and you're like trying to tuck your head a little
Well,
bit.
yeah, it's weird. So like, it's always weird, and it's always, like I said, I always, it was always just weird. So I just stopped doing it, you know.
Yeah.
And it's the same, and I'm like, that's why there's people do things a certain way, you know.
They
like
do,
I just,
yeah.
that's,
No, they've had their own experiences where they're like, okay, this is just not working. Like,
Yeah, I
maybe
mean, it
at
just
the
doesn't.
beginning, it can be a little like.
Well, it's like I'm in my 40s, so like when you're dating, like I've been single most of my life, but
Yeah.
like through the years that I've dated, like now that I'm in my 40s, I can spot red flags before I talk to a woman.
Makes sense.
If I was your age, I don't know, you look young, like in your 20s, right? So I'm like, if I was another 20, you know, if I take 20 years off, I wouldn't have fucking known. I wouldn't have known. Like, but now, like, I could see something, or I could
feel like
hear.
you can almost see a person by like them walking, them like just talking to somebody. You're like,
I mean,
okay.
well, but especially if you just start talking to someone, you can
And
be like.
especially once you start talking to them, you're like, okay, you
Yeah, I
can
can-
spot out certain things.
Yeah, you're like this, you know, like, and it's apparent, especially if they start opinionating and giving their opinions about stuff, right? So like, as soon as they start.
Sorry if I gave my opinion.
Well, no, I mean, I don't see you guys
I was
ever
trying
again.
to
but,
align
like,
with your
yeah.
opinions.
But yeah, I mean, it's.
But I also agreed with your opinions. They weren't like out of the blue or anything. Like I was trying to align with them. I feel like I agree with what you're saying.
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. It's just different. I watch this content creator, this chick. I think she's like 38 or 39.
Who is it?
Emily W. King.
Okay, is it like the Emily Loves ETX?
No, it's Emily W. King.
Okay, I don't know that one.
She's on TikTok and YouTube.
Okay.
She makes really good shorts about relationships.
Okay, I don't think I know her.
She'll find other people's TikToks and she'll break them down. Like sometimes there's women that are shaming men on
Honestly,
dates.
I love when people break down a little video.
Yeah.
Then I can like really get into depth with it, you know?
Well, I think there's things that women nowadays, American women, do unintentionally. There's a lot of. So, like sometimes if I'm older, so if I were to be like, oh, you're really pretty, you know, you might be like, what a creep.
What a creep.
Yeah. And it's like, well,
I feel like girls do that so much.
I'm just
It's
trying
like they
to
just
like.
read into everything, and you're just like
Well, that's
trying to be casual, but like people read into things, and it's just like awkward.
Well,
you know?
it's like a cultural thing. So
Right.
like women.
I don't even think it is a cultural thing. I think people are just sensitive, like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it is a culture. I think it's something we've learned from seeing it in culture.
Yeah,
like
you see it.
because you see it in movies,
I get
you
what
see
you're
it in
saying
shows.
culturally, like.
You see it in shows. You see it all over the place, and you hear them in the
like
in the
a
movies
social thing.
that these women will be like, "What a creep," you know, like why
Right.
did he, you know, and it's like, oh.
But like you meant nothing by
Well,
it. But
like
it
I'm
was just,
a
like,
nice
weird.
I'm a nice guy. Like I mean, just because I say that you're pretty doesn't. It just means that I'm trying to express myself,
Right.
and that's what you should value in society. But people
Right.
don't really look deep anymore.
Right.
Like it's all it's.
No, I fully
like
agree.
in 2026.
I feel like you have to like choose your words very carefully.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, don't use the word pretty. Use the word like. I don't even know because then people
Well, you
like
just
they
don't
read
know.
in everything, you know.
Nowadays, it's kind of a weird thing. I mean, it's like, because do you say this or not? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you're gonna say something that pisses someone off, then
Like
you're
then
gonna
it
say
pisses them off.
all the
Like,
other
you
things
can't
that
do
I
anything
say
about
is
it.
gonna piss you off. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't like who I am, you know, just
Then
by
so
talking to me,
be it.
or if you're not gonna give me a shot, I don't want to even talk to you. You know,
Right.
like, I mean, because if you're
Like,
that
what's the
way,
point?
yeah, if you're that way, you're not cool. And you're like, oh, I'm gonna just dismiss this guy.
I
You
feel
know,
like they're just like closed off,
Yeah.
closed off, but like closed off to like meeting a friend in the first place. Then they're like, why would I even try? And then they're just like, what is this pointless conversation you're having right now? You know?
that's more what the culture is now, in my opinion. Like I said, I graduated high school in '96, so like, I mean, I started, you know, dating pool, whatever you want to call it, was
Right.
years and years ago, right? So
Yeah.
just back in the '90s, like, we didn't have cell phones in our pocket, so if we went to a party, it was like we
You
were
like
enjoying the
asking if you're
actual.
allowed.
We were at the party. We were like, "You want to dance?" And like, yeah, just kind of dance
Which
with the girl
I love.
at
I
the
feel
party.
like that's so fun.
And
like
then,
no
like-
dating apps, no like.
Right. And then as you go in the 2000s, then it was like, so I had a my daughter is 27. So like me and her mom broke up, but in the 2000s I would try to date. And it was more of a, if you met someone like, oh, can I get your number? And then you would call and talk, and like it wasn't a social media
still,
thing,
it was
right?
like calling, like it was,
right.
on your flip phone, you know?
Yeah, it was like 2000, 2002, then everyone started kind of, by the year 2002, 2003, that's when it kind of went to like 60 or 70% of everyone had like cell phones, or it started
that's
like
when I was born.
kind of, it was what?
That's when I was born.
What, 2002 or 2003? Oh, okay, yeah, I have nephews, nephew that's born 2003. Yeah, I mean,
so I don't really know life before then, but
yeah, well, it's a progression, like, but it's interesting because I was just watching a video on generations today, and it was pointing out to me something I was saying to people is my generation. I was born in '77, but we were the last like generation to grow up sort of an analog brain. So we have this brain, like we were given a key.
I think is so valuable, honestly.
Well,
like,
they said it helps like with problem solving.
Yeah.
Because because our
we
parents.
have Google, we have AI, we have all these things, and like you don't have to think about things, which like it's great, but like it's also terrible.
You're not figuring things out.
Like I want to figure things out, but I'm like, oh wait, I'll be lazy and I'll just like look.
You
up
can just
something,
you can ask a chatbot, you know, or whatever.
Which is like. Is scary, but like also very helpful.
Yeah, so I mean,
it's hard.
it was interesting because like they call us, we're Gen Xers, but it's like what do you call it? The latchkey generation. I kind of like that because.
Wait, are you talking about latchkey the bar?
Well, no. What latchkey actually means, the latchkey generation.
Okay, good. I was like scared you were talking about that. I was like, that's not a good generation to talk about.
Oh. Why is latchkey bar bad or something, or?
That's what I thought you were talking about because I thought it came from.
Oh, was it? That's
we were
right.
At latchkey, so that's what I was
okay.
like. Then we went to they got burgers, but before that we were there, so that's why I was like.
Well, but yeah, but I bet
that's not a good generation.
I bet someone from my generation owns the bar. I bet.
I'm
That's
sure.
probably why it's latchkey patio or whatever.
Like,
but latchkey generation meant that after like 7 years old, I got a key to the house, and after school you walk home. You deal with all the bullies on the way home. There's no one to help you, right? So you got to deal with all the social hierarchies at school and all that stuff, and there's no like internet and then you get home.
It's the best generation.
We get home and we have the house to ourselves, so we make cheese sandwiches, eat some peanuts, open a can of tuna. We wanted something sweet to eat. We would eat the chocolate chips.
Okay, I was gonna say cut an apple, maybe. Bust out the knife if you're allowed to.
But yeah, back then it was like we kind of, and then if we went out, we would hop on our bikes, and our parents would just be like, "Hey, be back by the time the streetlights came on, right?"
Which honestly, we did the same thing.
But it was like,
I did.
But we didn't. So, but 100% of us, none of us had phones, so they couldn't get a hold of us.
I also didn't have a phone for a long time.
Now that's, I will say, it's not ever 100%, and I never think to myself that it's because like I met a lot of Gen Z that they weren't given phones, they didn't have a phone,
I got
and
they weren't
on like social medias, and they still aren't, and I get that, but there's like a percentage, right? So it's on a percentage basis that the vast majority of your generation,
earlier and earlier, where it's like concerning.
Well, in
like elementary schoolers have phones, and like
my daughter's got kids.
Yes.
And her son that's
your daughter
8.
Has kids?
Yeah. Well,
Your grandpa?
I have 2 grandsons. Yeah.
How old are you?
Wait, do I gotta go this way?
You can go either way. Yeah, this is perfect.
How old are
I'm
you?
48.
Okay. Do your grandkids have phones?
No, no, because they're not old enough.
Okay.
One of them's a baby, and my other grandson is.
Tried to suppress it with the drinking, but instead I followed.
That's
And
exciting.
then you're left again.
Left here.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a grandson that's a baby and a.
And the other one's 7.
Totally get it.
Oh, that's
So he's.
That is a pretty. Like both of those are pretty fun
Get them
ages.
phones for as long as they
Bridge would
can.
say something.
Yeah, I don't know what my daughter's
And then
gonna
keep
do.
going.
I know.
You're gonna go right.
I know that she had a tablet for him for a while, but he's really into football, and like I'll play catch with him and stuff.
I'll tell you when to stop.
Just be like,
That's hard.
So it's like,
totally get it.
so I haven't seen him on a tablet since he was like a real little kid.
That's
like,
great.
That's honestly so good. Like, iPad kids are so easy. Right here is perfect.
So it's like he was
They're
on
so
one
easy,
for,
but like, it's you don't want your kid to be an iPad kid, but like it
and
just
now
makes
he's got a little baby brother, so it's
So like he's got his focus there,
he's
you
like,
know.
he loves just doing
Which is
and holding
great,
him and yeah.
You know.
So, alrighty.
Well, it's great to talk to you.
Yeah, good to talk to
Hope
you
you have a
too.
great. Can you guys get out?
All right, thank you.